Hey everyone, welcome back to Sacred Light Tarot. This is Anna, and if you can't tell, yes, it is the beginning of school year, and with that in mind, sickness abounds. Guys, I just wanted to come on really quick and address a couple of things that have really been bothering me lately since I have been sick and I've been spending some time in bed. I have been taking a look at some of the other things that have been floating around on TikTok, Instagram, what have you. And there are a lot of misconceptions that I've come across, and I really do want to address this. This is not a channel for you to always get a happy ending with your, that sounds dirty, but never uh, is a reading going to be 100% positive. That's because life is not 100% positive. There are always situations that we're going to have to face that are going to come up. If you come across a channel where everything you're always reconciling with the person that you want, you're always finding new love, money is always growing, there's never a caveat, there's never anything that you need to work on, that is selling you a dream. And it is for entertainment purposes only. It's great. And if you want me to read the cards like that, I absolutely can. I can blow sunshine and rainbows up your ass all day long. I can take a look at the cards and say, "Oh, wait, I don't like that one. Nope, that doesn't fit in with the story. I'm gonna, I'm gonna pick a different one. I'm gonna see the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Death card and say, you know what? This is just dropping a burden, ending a painful cycle, and choosing to transform." That's not what it means to me. It means that you've gone through something that's very difficult, something very painful, something that ended, and now it is time for you to learn or figure out the best advice to move forward. Because we're never going to have a picture perfect reading. If you do, that's a red flag. You're not always going to be manifesting magic major sums of money, and it's never going to be hidden behind a paywall. I'm not claiming to be the end all be all expert on anything. But what I can tell you is that I have lived these 43 years on this planet, and I sought answers in tarot for a long, long time before I ever started being on YouTube. Most of what came out was negative. I didn't want to read it that way. In fact, I preferred to switch it into a positive spin. I see a lot of people that do that, and they get a lot of views and they get a lot of likes because it does make you feel good. Makes you feel like everything's going to be just fine. But there are days and there are situations that you're going to have to face in this lifetime that are not going to be pleasant. Now, if you want to hear that everything is going to turn out just fine and then be disappointed afterwards whenever it doesn't, by all means watch those people and watch those channels and like and subscribe and support. But the fact is that we do need to, from a psychological level, from a spiritual level, we're going to need to know what's coming our way so that we know how to A, combat it, B, deal with it, and C, how to transform it. Because if left unchecked, the darkness, there is the light aspect to your life. As Carl Jung said, you cannot have the light without the dark. You cannot fully integrated unless you address the negative. The devil is not always a negative card. We all have a devil inside of us. It's not always something that is toxic. It is something that we need to respect. It's something that we need to take a look at. And it's something that we need to objectively say, how can I fix this? Where is the devil showing up in my life? Where is this Ten of Wands, this heavy burden? What is feeling too heavy on me? It's not always dropping a heavy load. I use a lot of, number one, I have spirit guides who direct me. Okay, I'm an empath, which helps me to pick up on energies that come from the cards. Guys, I'm not just telling you the things that are going to get clicks and the things that are going to get likes. You're not always going to end up with the person that you want. That's life. You're not always going to, this is meant to help you grow and evolve as a person. And whenever you don't get what you want, then it doesn't mean switch over to the next video that says, oh, well, this one says that I'm getting what I want, what I want. So I'm going to choose to believe what that person says, even if it doesn't fit. Some people have a great habit of trying to shove a square peg into a round hole. If the reading does not fit for you, then it is not meant to be yours. My husband and I are a great example of this. We are both Virgo sun. We are 10 days apart from each other as far as birthdays are concerned. We are, for all intents and purposes, every single reading should resonate for the both of us. But we don't have the same job. We don't live the same life. We do not have the same backgrounds. And for that reason, I have to concede, logically, that this reading will not resonate for him the same as it does for me. We sit here in this room every night, and if we want to look into each other, and we switch off because I don't read the cards for myself any longer. I let him read for me, and I read for him. I want you guys to be careful. I love having every single one of you be a part of this community, but do know that it comes with some, not every reading is going to be wrapped up in a tiny, beautiful blue Tiffany box with a ribbon on top. It's not. Because life is not like that. You may have certain situations in your life that turn out exactly the way that you had always hoped and dreamed. But very rarely does that happen in life or in tarot. If you consistently have someone or a reader who is, and this goes for private readings as well, who always gives you the best possible outcome. You've seen me on the channel. If you've been around for any length of time, I try and find the negatives. I try and find the pitfalls. Do you want to know why? It's not because I want to give you a bad reading. It's not because I want to try and tell you, well, yeah, something good is going to happen, but you're also going to have to face this. It is because I want you to be aware that where there is light, there is dark. Where there is a positive, there could potentially be a negative, so that you can look out for those negatives, so that you can be prepared to confront them when they arise. This is about soul transformation, now more than ever. I know that you've been feeling it. I've been feeling it too. You're less called to those readings that always somehow magically end up turning out for the best every single time. And they're fun to watch. And they're cute. But do they honestly help? I wanted to go on a little bit of a tirade if I had not spent the entire day in bed and been bored and sick. Then I would not have come across so many egregious abuses of playing on your emotions to get clicks and views. I'm noticing this a lot more in not only social media in its entirety. Since I quit writing, I've been off of social media for the most part. But again, like I said, I did not feel like getting out of bed because, yeah, little one decided to bring home something, or actually I think it was from meet the teacher, meet the parents, whatever. But yeah, I spent a day binge watching. You know what? I felt like crap. That's what I wanted to do. But I was so horrifically surprised whenever I saw so many people that, and I said, you know what, I'm going to check out tarot. I haven't watched somebody else do tarot in a long time. You're being sold a hope and a dream on a lot of channels. This is not a business meeting. This is not an everything will be okay if you just shift your perspective on it. There are some times whenever I will tell you that. Whenever my guides tell me that that is what the message is trying to convey. But I will be the first to point out whenever I see pitfalls that you're going to have to address, inner child work that needs to be done. This is not a channel for just light and fluffy readings. So if that is what you want, then I absolutely suggest that you go elsewhere. But if you're ready to have real answers, real truths, and to get the 411 on what may be blocking you from succeeding or what you may need to watch out for, then definitely come here with an open mind. I'll know if it's I'm quick to come back with the if this is not your reading, then by all means please feel free to disregard. Never let tarot dictate your life. This is meant to help guide you. That's it. Every second between moments is an opportunity for energy to change. People who have been around on this channel for a while know that I always say that this is always subject to change. Potential outcome, potential next actions, potential. I'm going to keep repeating that because we all have free will. This morning, potentially, my daughter was supposed to ride the bus. That did not happen. Even though I had gotten everything in order and received confirmation, she ended up not riding the bus because she did not have clearance from the transportation division, whatever. That had to be cleared up today. She will be riding the bus home. That being said, energy is subject to change within a phone call, an idea, my week ahead looked absolutely fantastic. I got to Wednesday, yesterday, and I got sick. And that threw the whole thing off. So, with that in mind, look for somebody. If it's not me, then look for someone who will read for your situation, the good, the bad, the ugly, the in between, and what needs to be worked on or addressed, the advice that you need to move forward. And it shouldn't be an extended. You shouldn't have to pay for it. I have stopped, by the way, if you're still paying for the members only tier, get off of there. Go check out the other, what I was keeping over there. I now have a separate channel for. I need to actually take that down. Members only is going away, and it was $1. If I could have made it 25 cents, I would have. I want you to get the information that you need, that your spirit guides are trying to get across to you, because it may not be a happy ending. It may not be something that is going to wrap up at the end in a nice tidy bow. And I absolutely love this. The 4 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, and the Devil. You've been passionately holding on to. I can skew these cards in so many different directions. This right now is telling me be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Now, somebody else that wants to paint this in a very pretty picture is going to say your hard work and dedication has paid off. Everyone has their own interpretation. I'm going to tell you right now what my spirit guides are giving me from this, the energy that's coming off of these cards that I can actually feel. It's telling me, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. If you call attention to the devil and you keep holding on to that which you obsess over, you just might get it. And it may end up being something that causes you to reevaluate. Is this really what I wanted in the first place? Or did this take a hard left turn? Of course, I would clarify all of these. But I'm just saying, if you want to read tarot in a completely rose-colored, silver lining playbook kind of way, you absolutely can, but it's going to be dishonest. Watch out for that. I really am considering just saying chuck it all, because no one wants to hear the truth. It's much nicer to click on those videos that say they will return. This is the love of your life. You have finally made it. I have never seen the cards do this before. I've never had a reading like this before. But 2 weeks ago, you said that I've never had a reading like this before. Hypocrisy is one thing that really, really bothers me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to go off on a tangent. Maybe it's the fact that I'm sick. Maybe it's the fact that I'm just had the opportunity to sit down and just oh oh oh. Even some of the oracle cards that come out, if I don't feel like there's another thing that I won't do, and that is I will not let the oracle cards override the tarot. Because this is my go-to. This is what I have asked my spirit guides to speak through me, to me through. Not any of the oracle cards. Those are bonuses. Okay? And a lot of times they do match up. A lot of times they do. But if they don't, then I'll be the first to tell you, this does not feel right to me. I admit it. I'm not going to try and make it fit. Yeah, that is what she said, but no, I'm not going to try and make it fit. Anybody that tries to make something fit where it clearly does not in a reading is trying to sell you a hope and a lie. Just arm yourselves. Use your best judgment. I can't believe how much trash is out there. Use your discernment, guys. Again, one of the best indicators is if every single reading ends with, and this is perfect. This is amazing. I see why. Sometimes I will have readings like that, and they're awesome. More often than not, I'll have a couple of caveats along the way and say, well, this doesn't look so great. If that's what you want to see, I can do it. But I'm not going to because I don't want to lose my connection with my spirit guides. I work too hard to build that connection. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm sorry for this rant, but again, if this helped at least one or two of you out there, then, I really felt called to say this because I see so many messages or so many comments under videos that are like, "Oh my God, I'm changing my whole life because of this reading." Don't do that. Don't do that. I would never ask you to do that. Oh. And if you get a personal reading with me, then I'm going to ask for extra information. I'm not just going to give you a bland reading that is going to make sure that you get your money's worth and make you happy in the end. Because that's not my game. That's not my goal, is to make you happy. It's to tell you the truth. Truth isn't always happy. Sorry, it's not. Alright, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Thanks for hearing me out. I hope this helps you to understand why it is that I do what I do, why I will continue to always be honest and truthful, and why I read the way that I do. Why everything is not always a happy ending. Because life is rarely filled with happy endings. Especially not right now. Alright, guys. Take care. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you guys again here soon.